Rediscovering Gita for the Modern World by Shrikant Soman, based on Essays on Gita by Sri Aurobindo. Second series, Part 1, The Synthesis of Works, Love and Knowledge. Chapter 1 of second series, The Two Natures. Continued from the previous episode 95, Prakriti, the Divine Origin of Existence. Current episode 96, The Divine Thread, Unifying the Cosmos. The Supreme Nature and the Individual Soul. Unity and Multiplicity, the Gita's explanation of existence. This passage explains the Bhagavad Gita's profound concept of the Prakriti, Supreme Nature, and its relationship to the individual soul, or Jiva. It clarifies how this divine, conscious power provides both the unity and the multiplicity of existence, acting as the spiritual foundation for the entire cosmos. Key takeaways. The Supreme Nature is the infinite source of all existence. All things are created from this timeless, conscious power, and it gives a spiritual basis to the entire universe, including the individual soul, Jiva. The Jiva is a partial manifestation of the divine. While the Prakriti is the whole, the Jiva is a part of it, representing the individual soul that is eternally one with the divine in its being, but supports it in a partial way. Unity is the greater truth, but multiplicity is also real. The Gita states that both the oneness of the supreme spiritual nature and the individual multiplicity of beings are true, and neither is an illusion. The divine acts as a unifying thread throughout the cosmos. All things are held together and penetrated by the supreme nature of the spirit, which weaves all phenomena into a single cohesive system. The divine is the fundamental essence of all things. The passage explains that the divine Ishvara, through Prakriti, is the essential stable power, Swabhava, behind the unstable workings of the lower nature, and it is the true law of our being. The Supreme Nature and the Jiva. The Supreme Nature, or Prakriti, is an infinite conscious power. It exists beyond time. From this power, all things in the cosmos are created. They move from a timeless state into time. To provide a spiritual basis for this universe, the Supreme Nature forms itself into the Jiva. In other words, the eternal soul of the Purushottama appears as individual spiritual beings. These beings exist in all forms of the cosmos. All of existence is filled with the life of the one spirit. They are all supported by the eternal multiplicity of the one Purusha. We must be careful not to make a mistake. The Supreme Nature is not the same as the Jiva, in the sense that it is only a nature of becoming. It is also a nature of being. Otherwise, the only truth in the cosmos would be multiplicity, and there would be no unity. This is not what the Gita says. The Gita says the Supreme Prakriti has become the Jiva. It does not say it is the Jiva. This implies that behind its manifestation as the Jiva, it is something higher. It is the nature of the one Supreme Spirit. The Jiva is a partial manifestation of the Lord. Even all the beings in the universe could not be the integral divine. They are only a part of the infinite one. The one indivisible existence resides in them as if it were divided. Unity and multiplicity. Unity is the greater truth, multiplicity is the lesser truth, but both are true, and neither is an illusion. It is the unity of this spiritual nature that sustains the world. It is the source from which the world is born. It is also what dissolves the world at the time of destruction. In this cosmic manifestation, the Jiva is the basis of multiple existence. It is the individual soul of the multiplicity we see. The Jiva is always one with the divine in its being. It is different only in the power of its being. It supports the one power in a partial individual way. Therefore all things are the spirit. Their fundamental nature is the nature of the spirit. Only in their lower forms do they seem to be something else. They seem to be the nature of body, life, mind and ego. But these are just outer appearances. They are not the essential truth of our nature. The divine thread. The supreme nature gives us a truth of existence beyond the cosmos. It also gives us a spiritual basis for the manifestation in the cosmos. But where is the link between this supreme nature and the lower nature? Krishna says, all that is here, is strung on me like pearls on a thread. This is just an image. We cannot take it literally. The pearls are only connected by the thread. They don't have a deeper oneness with it. Let's look at the real meaning. It is the supreme nature of the spirit that holds all phenomena together. It penetrates them. It supports them. It weaves them into a single system. This one supreme power manifests in all things as the One. It also manifests in each as the Jiva. It also manifests as the essence of all natural qualities. These are the hidden spiritual powers behind everything. This highest quality is not the working of the three gunas. The gunas are just a superficial appearance of quality. This is the inner power behind all the different variations. It is a fundamental truth of the cosmic becoming. It gives a divine meaning to all appearances. The workings of the gunas are unstable. They are only the surface of reason, mind and senses. But this is the essential, stable and original power of becoming, or Swabhava. It determines the main law for all things. It constitutes the essence of nature, the law of our being. The Swabhava is a principle in each person. It comes from a divine becoming, that of the Ishvara. This is the link between the supreme and lower existence. The flawed powers of the lower nature come from the absolute powers of the Supreme Shakti. They must go back to them to find their true source and law of operation. Similarly, the soul that is caught in the flawed play of qualities must escape. It can do this by returning to its pure Swabhava. There, it can discover the will and power of its divine nature. The divine in all things. The Gita then gives examples to show how the divine acts through his supreme nature. He acts in all things, both living and non-living. First, the divine power and presence works within the five elements. Krishna says, I am taste in the waters, sound in ether, scent in earth, energy of light in fire. We can also add touch or contact in air. This means the divine himself, in his Prakriti, is the energy at the basis of our senses. This energy is the physical medium for the elements.